Hi guys, how are you doing? How is everyone? How is everybody? Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for 3,000 clean subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I thank you so much for always being around here when we are doing this, guys. Yeah, just like I always say, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Medsworld TV. Yeah, that's a video of me doing something in the airport, and I urge you to go check me out. If you're stopping by right now, check me out. If you're coming in for the first time, kindly subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, I've got so much respect for you for taking your time to come and watch the craft that we always put out here. I don't take you for granted whatsoever. I appreciate God for you, for your family, and for everybody that is associated with you. Yeah, guys, I don't take you for granted. May heavens bless you. May heavens honor you. May heavens, find you a candidate of favor right about this minute. May your family be expanded. May love follow you all the days of your lives. Guys, oh, thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your concern. Thank you so much for your care. Yeah, guys. And if you're coming in for the first time, once again, karibu sana to the Gang. Go down there, subscribe, go down there, share, like, comment. Anything that you feel is good by you, just do it. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your love. Basically today, I want us to talk about something I feel like I should put it out here for 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 just a sec. I should put it out there for anyone who is going to hear this particular video, to tell a friend who they know qualifies for whatever I'm going to talk about now. So guys, keep supporting us. Like always, don't skip the ads. Don't skip the ads. And even before I go far, my packs are out, guys. My shop is not yet done, but it's underway. But my packs are out. What are packs? Packs is whereby when you go to my YouTube, there's something you see down there called join. That means you can join and become a member. By becoming a member, it means you're supporting my craft monthly. They are like $1, $3, $10, whichever you find fit for you. You can support these craft. Like I always say, it's not easy to come up with this craft. It's never been easy. In as much as it looks easy, it's not easy. So I urge you, if you got a chance, kindly subscribe to being a member of Meds World TV. I always say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And if it starts with a single step, the right step is about now. Like I went to my community and thanked a subscriber who sent me super chats. They even super chats whereby you when you're watching someone decide to support them by 200, 500, 1,000. Yeah, that is also a way to support us. And I thank those that have gone ahead and done that. It means quite a lot. It means that you appreciate what we do, and I don't take you for granted. Thank you so much. I got love for you. So much love. Yeah. So after having talked about that, I want to share with you something I feel like it's very important for you to know. It's very, very important for you to know. And I'm going to put the ad here. I don't know if I'm able to, but I will. Yeah. Guys, if wherever you are, any part of Kenya this time round, I don't know if they're extending it outside Kenya, but if you're in Kenya right now, and you know someone who's got a child who is deaf, or rather the child cannot hear, I want you to listen to what I'm about to say, because these will help you help that person who is not on Facebook, who is not on any social media platform, and they got a child who's got a hearing problem. So you may ask, how do I know that my child has an hearing problem? So basically, with experience, I know for you to detect if a child has hearing problems, first what you do is to as the child grows, and especially those children that are born preemies, guys, hear me and hear me pretty good. If you have a child or a friend of yours as a child who is born a premature, it's of importance as you check the milestones of the baby to check if the eyes are okay, if the ears are okay, right? Your consultant pediatrician, if they have not advised you to see an ophthalmologist so that you can check
eyes,
kindly try and find out if you can check an ophthalmologist for yourself so that you can check if the baby, who is a preemie for instance, is okay. I don't know if you've realized that most preemies, at times their eyes seem like, in Swahili we call it kengeza, I don't know, but their eyes seem like they're. So if you know your baby or a friend of yours as a baby who was a preemie and your consultant pediatrician has not told you to see an ophthalmologist, it's important to go and see an ophthalmologist. That is the specialist who takes care of the eyes. Again, it's of importance for you to check if your baby has hearing problems, because apparently when babies are born preemie, some of the organs are not yet fully developed. I'm talking of what I know. I'm not talking of research here. So at times a baby might be in your house and they're growing, and when you call them, when you talk to them, you know, when babies have not started talking, when you talk to them, when you're looking at them directly like this, the way I'm shooting this video, they can see you. But if you call them from the back and you see they're not responding, or you hit something from the back and you see they're not responding, it's of importance for you to share it with your consultant pediatrician. If the pediatrician again does not give you handsway, kindly go and see an audiologist. The audiologist will be able to check the hearing of the baby. They will conduct tests, hearing tests. They have different names that will help you, teams and staff. They will help you know if your baby has a hearing problem. It's of very importance for you to highlight this. By the way, I realized that some of this information is not well shared. So I said whenever I get a chance, I will share this information. You will get to know why I'm sharing this information. Now,
yeah, a child may be deaf, but if they are checked well, they would have chances to hear again. So don't confine them to deafness yet.
what do you call this, assigned school, some of them, they don't bother to check if the children can get a chance to hear. And let me tell you something. I know it's an expensive ordeal to try and fix hearing of a baby or a young child or a young man, but if there's a way you can help someone who was not hearing to hear, I mean, we are here. 100 bob, 2,000, 5,000, 1 shilling can make a difference. Don't ever dismiss the fact that you can take your child to get proper check if he or she was born deaf, because you hear it's very expensive to buy gadgets that help children, all men and women here. What am I trying to say? I don't know if I'm making any sense. So today, the reason as to why I came here in this platform, I wanted to let you understand that right now there is a camp that is
Coming to Kenya,
right, and it's going to be starting from the 14th to the 19th October 2024, and it is the first cochlear implant camp in our country, guys. The reason as why I started by explaining that is because this is where I'm headed to. I'm just going to give you a synopsis of where I'm headed to. So this one is in Mpisha Hospital. You know Mpisha Hospital, that hospital in Parklands, yeah, called Mpisha. As you go towards the Westlands, there's an hospital called Mpisha, iko mahali pale hivi. Ukishapita Parklands Sports Club and then you pita Parklands police station, I think, just on your left, there is an hospital called Mpisha. So they are conducting a first cochlear implant, yeah, camp. Do you know what this means? This means that children who are candidates of not hearing can get an implant for free. Guys, this is news that I would have wanted to hear last year but one. I said let me take my time and come here and talk about it, so that if you have a friend who has someone who's got hearing problem, guys, you can reach out to them and tell them to contact Mpisha to get information. So what is a cochlear implant? There's a part of the ear. Don't forget, I started by saying that not all children who are deaf can't hear, unless you have undergone a lot of checks so that you can determine if your child can hear or not. So there's a part of the ear called the cochlea. The cochlea is a fluid-filled spiral-shaped cavity found in the inner ear that plays a vital role in the sense of hearing. It is a fluid-filled spinal-shaped inakaa kama, snail. You see that snail, the snail that has the cover, it looks like, I think those snails are eaten somewhere in West Africa. That snail that has the outer cover that looks like it has bumps or something. So the cochlea looks like that. It is spinal-shaped cavity found in the inner ear. It's found in the inner ear. English. But get what I'm saying. It helps in the sense of hearing and participates in the process of auditory transduction. So it helps you. For instance, when I talk, you can hear, and when you hear, it is translated to the brain. That is what the cochlea does. Now, what is a cochlear implant? Even before to get the cochlear implant, how do you even tell that your baby is not hearing? Because there's some people who don't know when the baby is hearing or not hearing. And when you notice that the baby is not hearing, they're different. I've told you how you can tell a baby is not hearing. If you're calling them from the back and they cannot respond, or you're hitting something from the back and they cannot respond, that is when we say that the baby is not hearing. Let me see if I've got something that can show you what a cochlea is. Let me show you. Let me. This is what a cochlea. Let me show you from my computer. This is what a cochlea looks like. You see this thing? Where has it gone now again? The anatomy of the cochlea. Let me see. Yeah, the anatomy of the cochlea. That is what it looks like. Right? So, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, when you realize your baby is not hearing, let me set my camera well. When you realize your baby is not hearing, this is what you do. You go to an audiologist, right? Alright, I just no. Let me see. You go to an audiologist, and what you do when you go to the audiologist here is trying to check if the decibels are working. What are decibels? It's a unit to measure the intensity of a sound, right? Power of an electric signal. So for this audiologist to be able to tell if your baby is hearing, it will measure the decibels, right? And then after that, there are different levels of hearing. Now, how do you qualify for a cochlear implant? Let me tell you. There's something let me not even confuse you with these decibels or decibels manenos. Let me just put it. There's mild hearing, there is moderate hearing, and then there's severe hearing, right? Just a second. I want us to get something here. Just a second. So just like I'm saying, we have mild hearing, moderate hearing, severe hearing loss, and profound hearing or deafness. Now, for your child to qualify for a cochlear implant, they need to be suffering from profound hearing loss. And the only way you can tell a child is suffering from profound hearing loss is until they go for a test, where you take your child to see an audiologist. An audiologist is able to determine or measure the intensity of the sound. That is what we call decibels. Check the decibels. Now we've got mild hearing, and then we've got moderate hearing, and then we've got severe hearing loss, and then we've got profound hearing or deafness. Now, a child that qualifies for a cochlear implant is a child who is suffering from profound hearing or deafness. If you find your child is suffering from mild hearing or moderate hearing or that, you realize that they can be given something we call a hearing aid. It's more or less the shape of it fits in here. I don't know, let me see if I've got an example of an hearing aid. Let me see, just a second. Yeah, let me show you what a hearing aid is. A hearing aid looks like this. You see, it looks like this. You see how it looks like? That's how hearing aids, it aids you to hear. If you can hear from afar, so it magnifies the sound so that you can hear. It helps in magnifying the sound. But now we have a case of severe hearing loss. There are people who cannot hear completely. And then we have profound, those are completely deaf. These ones, most of them qualify for a cochlear implant. So when a cochlear implant is being implanted on you, they implant it on this part here. Let me see if I can show you cochlear implant. Cochlear implant example. Let me see, just a second. Now you see, when they're implanting a cochlea, they come and do an incision here. Let me show you. They do an incision behind the ear, and then they put a magnet inside here, right? And then after they put a magnet, this is the part that goes inside the ear. You see that thing, that's a small thing that looks like a string. That is what is fixed in the cochlea. That is what is going to be used to send signals to the brain. And then at the end of the day, this is a console. I think this is a console. There are different models of these things. That one is a console. Now inside here, this is called a processor, this is called a coil, and this is the battery. It comes with rechargeables and non-rechargeables, but basically this is what a cochlear implant looks like. And this is implanted in an ear. This particular ear is deaf. So what they did is they went and checked the cochlea, and then they realized, so the cochlea is okay, because at times you can be implanted a cochlear implant and guy, you will not hear. So first of all, they check the anatomy of the ear. They go and check if the cochlea is okay. If the cochlea is okay, then it means you are a candidate of an implant. But at times they can do all these checks. And then they realize you don't qualify because your cochlea cannot be repaired. What they do is there's something else that they put inside the ear. They drill the ear and put it inside the ear, and then they connect it to this magnet so that the processor slips, or rather slips on the magnet. So if you see a child that is wearing something that is here and then it is connected with the inside, the magnet is inside, it is an incision that is done for life. So why am I explaining to you what is a cochlear implant? This particular one, after now this gadget that goes for millions and millions of money, guys, that is where the catch is. It goes for millions and millions of money. And then after that, now you go for speech therapy. That is where when they're doing an operation on you, there's a speech therapist involved, there's an audiologist involved, there is a man who does the mapping. And then there is also now the surgeons, the ENT surgeons who are involved. So after all this is said and done, you have to go for speech therapy for a long period of time, because your child was not hearing. So when they implant the cochlear implant, it means it is the first time. It's like now your child is learning to
Speak.
For instance, if you have a normal child, the very moment they learn to, that is
Speak.
their first day they hear sounds. Now when they put a cochlear implant in the ear of anyone, it means it's like that's a new birth date. All right, and it's good to note, because that is when they start hearing sounds. Once the gadget is mapped, after the wound is healed. Now, why am I explaining all this, you may ask? I'm explaining all this because there is good news, guys. If you have a child who is suffering from hearing loss, any form of hearing loss, kindly take them to your nearby audiologist. Let them be checked. Or take them to M-Pisha. Kindly call M-Pisha, because M-Pisha, there's going to be a sponsorship for cochlear implant. I'm telling you, these gadgets, make people not sleep. These gadgets cost millions and millions of money, thousands and thousands of dollars. So here comes people who are giving it to you for free. Jesus. So if you know someone who's got an hearing problem, guys, this thing is so urgent, and they're not sure what is the problem with them. They could think they are deaf, and they could be confined into a school of science, which is not a bad thing. Even me, if I got a chance, I'll go to that school. It's okay to go to that school. But if you know someone you're not sure if their ears can be repaired, kindly, and they're under 7 years, contact M-Pesa right now. Contact M-Pesa right now. Contact M-Pesa right now. Ask about the cochlear camp. Because if your child is able to get a gadget that is millions and millions, the cochlear gadgets are 3.5 million and above. If you're able to get a child who gets this gadget for free and it's going to help them hear, what best news would you want in this world? So I said tonight I'm going to drop in here. I don't know if you've understood my explanations, but anyway, you can Google. I'm just giving you information because I've interacted with this. And if you want more information and you know my number, you can call me. I have some information about this. Kindly, if you have a friend who has a friend who has a friend who has a child that was born premature, they are not hearing, or as a child who is not hearing, whether born premature or full term, kindly call M-Pesa. Call M-Pesa. Find out how this camp is going about. You might get a chance to save 5 million bob, or 6 million bob, or 4 million bob, just like that. So if a child is not hearing, take them. Don't assume that they should be confined to a deaf school. No. Kindly try to check if they can get help. This camp is coming in. Please. They're looking for children they can sponsor to do this. Guys, if you have a friend or a friend who has a child that is not hearing, kindly go try out. You might be lucky to get a gadget that makes people have sleepless nights, just like this on a silver platter. Guys, kindly, if you know a friend, if you know a friend who has a child who is not hearing and they're not sure if they're deaf, they have severe hearing, they have mild hearing or whatever hearing, kindly let them be checked so that if they qualify to be candidates of an implant, they're going to benefit from this camp. Don't keep this information with you, guys. Kindly pass it around, and keep checking. Pass this information around, guys. That is why I came on here tonight. I said I must do this tonight because I feel like this thing has given other people headache. If you can get someone who is going to give you a cochlear implant for free, guys, helter skelter. Tell them to rush to M-Pesa. I love you so much, guys. And as I said, not all people who are deaf are deaf. See doctors to tell you if your child is really deaf. Don't assume. Not all children who are deaf. Some can be salvaged and they can hear. And they'll thank you so much when they grow up. Love you so much. Keep subscribing. Keep supporting meds. Keep supporting meds. God bless you. Thank you.